Hello, this is me, Hippo, from the Skyrim Script Extender team. I'm going to give you a demonstration of where things stand with the Special Edition version of the Skyrim Script Extender. Let's go ahead and get started. So, generally how I've been approaching getting things done so far is to do a sort of a deep but narrow dive into the code. So rather than filling out Papyrus functionality for every single class. I've done a few basic classes and I've been putting in a bunch of the other systems that we need to be able to complete everything. Then after we've proven out all the systems, we'll go back and fill in the extra pieces. So for example, I've got information on weapons and spells decoded, which also brings along bunch of other classes, but I haven't gone in and done every single type of class. So I haven't done the alchemy items for potions yet. I haven't gone in and done armors yet, things like that. Instead, I've turned to other areas, like getting the Papyrus functionality hooked up. And what I'll be showing today, a good bit of, is the event systems. So today I'll give you a demonstration that's going to show information about processing crosshair events, processing input events, both control-based and key press-based events, and I'll be showing information on getting and setting information on weapons, spells, and inventories. So first thing I've got to do is go ahead and set up my script, because I don't have all of this hooked up quite the way you would hope, but this will go ahead and work. So the first thing you see is that I've registered for some different events in the system through Papyrus. So one of the things I've registered for is all of the controls. So ready weapon. So I've seen that it's gotten pressed, and I've seen how long I held it for because I had both the on control down and on control up. You see that it works for walking backwards, walking forwards, works for go ahead and using a weapon. So that's good. I've also hooked up a test spell here, and this test spell is going to get some other information going. So I'll go ahead and cast it. And what we'll see is information about the War Axe. You'll also see that we're going to be modifying the Elven War Axe. So we're going to rename it, and then we're going to sheath it. Both of those things couldn't be done otherwise. So you can see we get the name, damage, speed, the value, weight. We can calculate the weight by value, and we can show the model path. This is all information that you can't get without the extensions. Go ahead and hit OK, and it will finish sheathing the weapon. I'll ready them again and recast the spell, and you'll see we have renamed the weapon, the Blade of Woe. We've upped its critical damage. We've reduced its weight, and therefore its value per weight has gone up considerably. So the other thing that I've hooked up is the left bracket key. So if I go ahead and hit left bracket, it will go and find the equipped spells that are available and give you information about them. So on the left-hand side here, we have my test spell. It has one effect, which is my test effect with magnitude, area, and duration. But this information is also available for any of the other spells. So if I go ahead and equip two other spells and cast the same function, you now see we are getting we're getting information about both of them. So we're getting the name, magnitude, area, duration for each of the effects that we have for both of these spells. So that's pretty interesting. I've also got the crosshair ref hooked up. So as I walk over, say, these mountain flowers here, you will see in a moment that there's a new crosshair ref saying I'm looking at mountain flowers. So this also displays something a little bit different when you get something with a container. So I know there's someone to fight down here, so I'll go down here so that he sees me, and he will want to come and get me, and we'll show you some inventory information in just a second. So as you can see, when the crosshair ref finally got notified that we changed in there, we've gone in and we're looking at what the Vigilant of Stendar has in his inventory, which when I finish killing him in a moment, we'll actually see is what is there. That was gruesome. In any case, as we go up, we'll get another notification saying, yeah, that's what's inside him. And when we hit, sure enough, these are the contents that we have here. So just want to show a couple other quick things in here. So if we go into items and go into weapons, you'll see, hey, this weapon that we have did indeed get renamed, and its weight did indeed get changed. Oh. And if I go ahead and, oops, wrong button. If I go ahead and get into the system, I guess the other thing we can see, we've also started hooking into some of the menus. So we are now including SKSE version information in here as well. So where does this leave us? It's a demonstration that things are working. We've got Papyrus stuff hooked up. We've got some of the core systems working. There's a lot of fleshing out to do with classes, and there are some big things that aren't done yet. The next big thing on my list is completing the hooking up of the menus so that we can get more functionality, including the Sky UI code up and running properly. So there's a fair amount to do, but at this point I am comfortable enough to set a tentative date for a beta release, and that's going to be mid-March. I turned 47 in the beginning of March, and by my 47th birthday, I'd like to have a first version of this out. So there's a fair amount of work to do, and there's going to be a bunch of testing that needs to be done, but progress is definitely being made. So hopefully you like what you've seen, and have a happy new year, and we'll get this out to you as soon as we can. Thank you very much.